I'm from the city is still. I'm from the city is still.
Hey guys, welcome to Picksburgh. This is Anthony. Today I'm at Pop Culture Collectibles. Alright guys, so I've been wanting to check this place out. It is in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, so if you're in the Greensburg area, go check this place out. Let them know Picksburgh sent you. They have a ton of cool stuff. The thing I was on the hunt for in going here was I was looking for some cards, particularly Marvel type stuff as well. They did have some Metal Universe Marvel cards as well. He had a complete set. Wasn't really looking to break up sets or anything, unfortunately, but he had some really cool stuff, guys. Wait till you see all of this. That is awesome. Shout out to you know who you are. Been in here all of 5 seconds and already I want to buy literally everything I see in this store. I mean, they have collectibles from every single niche that you can think of here. They did have a lot of TCG type cards as well, and there were just some other really cool stuff here. They had a lot of really old collectible toys and stuff like that as well. You know, I'm gonna find a bunch of stuff here that I grew up playing with that I wish I still had. I mean, look at the condition on this stuff. Look at this Star Trek phaser and toys. Like, these are all original toys. These aren't remakes or anything like that. This shop is filled full of nostalgic goodness, guys. Like, it's insane. Look at all this old Marvel stuff. Like, this is stuff I grew up playing with. Look at that Hulk van. That thing is sick. It's absolutely awesome. Like, just top to bottom, this store is covered in amazing blast from the past type stuff. Look at this, the whole Kiss shelf. Yeah, I saw. I'll check those out. Yeah, I was really tempted to buy that whole set of cards to grade them, just because I think they'd look sick in a custom slab. But now we're getting into some stuff that I used to have. I used to have a lot of wrestling figures growing up, a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff, a lot of Ghostbusters, all kinds of really cool stuff. And these are all original ones. A lot of them still have their belts and stuff, which is sick. You see the Ghostbusters house? I used to actually have that right there. Oh, yeah.
You did, I mean.
Yeah. Look at that gremlin up there flashing. That's awesome. I used to have like almost all of these. It's like really rare to find them with the belts. Awesome thing is there's some videos on my channel of me going to the Goodwill bins. You'll see me finding different things, like see that Generation 1 Optimus Prime. I found one of those in the Goodwill bins that I still have in my collection. I found several of these Power Rangers. I have all the flip heads, all of the tall ones that I pulled out of Goodwill bin. Just have all these too. I have that at home. Found that in the Goodwill bins. That's the original Optimus Prime.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't have the back piece, but I have the front.
You want $50 for it?
Yeah, I found it in the Goodwill bins. Power Ranger stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I love treasure hunting for cool stuff. What's the coolest thing you guys ever found out in the wild, whether it's a card, collectible, comic, or whatnot? Love to know. Like I said, I found a ton of stuff. I found Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all the way back from 1988, the original ones that have the tails on them. I don't know if you guys remember that. They actually removed the tails because it looked too much like a male appendage. So if you find any with tails, those are valuable. Hold on to those. All that good Star Wars stuff. Like, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I used to have a lot of that stuff growing up. G.I. Joe. I know my cousin Bobby used to play with all them G.I. Joes, and I used to play with his, but I was a little bit young for G.I. Joe when they were super popular, but I still used to play with my cousin's hand-me-downs, which were pretty cool. Bunch of trains. I was never really a train guy. I got respect for people that are, but never really got into the whole train thing. Still pretty cool, though. Not bad to see. This guy had so many awesome things all around this shop. He had a bunch of boxes of stuff that he was just now putting out into the shop. Of course, video game stuff. You know your boy has to stop and look at some video game stuff. I am a self-proclaimed Nintendo fanboy. Big fan of anything doing with Nintendo. I like all video games, but I've always loved Nintendo from the time I was a little kid. And of course, I'm seeing in boxes that have Nintendo games, and some of them are even complete in box. And that's pretty awesome. So I did come back and look through a few of those later on. But for the purposes of this video, I wanted to keep moving and show you guys what they actually have to offer here, so that if you're ever in the area, you can stop by and get some great deals. Of course, I'm going to go over to the other video games. Man, Sega Genesis is like, Sega! I feel like that's like the sound of my childhood, right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I came from a home where my parents were divorced, so my mom's house was the Sega house, my dad's house was the Nintendo house, you know, so I was rocking both systems, and I have great nostalgia for both. Kind of wish Sega was still around to actually have systems, man, because I really enjoyed their product. I don't know if you guys remember this back in the day, the Sega Channel. The Sega Channel was my jam. I love the Sega Channel. I wish they'd bring something like, I guess they kind of have like an on-demand type thing with like online Nintendo and stuff like that now, but man, that Sega Channel was like so before its time back in the day. So many awesome things here. Look at all this great Nintendo stuff here.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that Mike Tyson. They have Nintendo cards.
So they just had straight tonnage though when it came to Nintendo stuff, and like I said, I'm a collector. I don't collect everything Nintendo, but I do try to collect the games that I had as a kid that I had nostalgia for. I own one of every system. Like, I don't have the variants, I don't go that crazy, but I want to be able to play any random Nintendo game I want at any given time. So I like to collect it all.
They still have the original Nintendo in box. That's awesome.
Good, how are you?
Oh, I used to have that same Triple Control box. Sold it in an auction.
Got some nice vintage toys here. Vintage toys are always something that people really underestimate the value of. I mean, because a lot of this stuff you can find at yard sales, you can find at thrift stores, you can find very, very cheap, guys, and there's good money in this kind of stuff, you know, because plenty of people collect toys, plenty of people collect different types of things, just like, you know, I collect cards, you know, so it's something I always like to think of. There's the hoverboard from Back to the Future Part 2. How sick is that? An actual hoverboard. I'm liking it. But definitely check this place out, guys. There's a monster car. So many cool things. If you're ever in Greensburg, stop in, tell them Picksburgh sent you. I'd appreciate that. Oh, comic books. I see a graded comic back there, guys. And you know your boy is a fan of graded comic books.
Alright guys, so we just got out of that place, and let me tell you, it was amazing. They had so many really, really cool things, but I had to get something when I saw it there. First appearance of a Negan. CGC 9.6. Only gets one better, 9.8. So when I saw this there, I had to pick it up. Definitely going in the personal collection.